It's, you go back to the first, when you're born, you got a planet and a sign and a house. You have a predisposition to it. But before you even look at the planet, you're looking at what circumstances they come into. Was the person loved the moment they got here? Not everybody is loving their kid the moment they got here. Some people are threatened. Sometimes the parents aren't attracted to each other, not together. The soul comes in and attracts an ability to be loved or liked, and the ability to feel satisfied or to be appreciated or to get what you want. So you ever said to someone, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want? What are you looking for? It's a question. It's a puzzle. Or someone's got, like the advertisements for Viagra or the advertisements on TV, like if someone's smiling and jumping and walking along happy, they got a nice experience the night before and they've been content. If someone hasn't got content, they're going to be angry and irritable. And they use these for advertising because they attract people. Same thing with chocolate. If you haven't had sex, have chocolates. If you haven't been satisfied, have a drink. Like all of these things of getting what you want. So Venus is, it's the way it's indulgence, it's taste, it's envy, it's lust. We want inner thing. We just want to have food. First, we're getting our food. We're thinking, we recognize the patterns, but then we begin to think, I want the dessert. I don't want the main course. I want the nice things, not the bad things. So we start spitting out the bad things, eating the good things as a baby. And then as we get older, we like toys, or we like money, or we like certain colors, or we don't like certain colors. We like attention. This quality of evaluation of being liked and not liked, of wanting something, of not wanting something, of being able to get what you want, or of not being able to get what you want, or never thinking I'm never going to get what I want. So Venus, when you want something, it seduces your mind to think a certain way, which forces you to adjust your behavior pattern of your moon to try and get it. And if you're doing it for wrong things, for chocolate, for another beer, for drugs, for anything bad, it's going to, sooner or later, your health is going to cave in. You're going to be worrying, or you're going to be worrying until your health makes you sick, and you're not going to get what you want. Or getting too much of it will spoil it and prevent you from getting other things that you like. So how do we like ourselves? How do we feel appreciated? Can we share what we have? So this Venus is this question of attracting and repulsing. It's not just attracting, it's attracting and repulsing. It's wanting and hate. It's love and hate. Normally, we think of Venus, the goddess of beauty, goddess of love, but really it's of love and hate. It's of beauty and ugliness. And there's a duality here in its manifestations. So what's contentment? What's discontent? What's lust? What's envy? What's satisfaction? What's discontent? All of these are storming issues in life. So it starts out with what things we have, what clothes we have, what money we have, what comforts, what foods we have. And it builds up to being, do we have a girlfriend or boyfriend? Do we get related? Am I worth it? Do I look pretty? Do I look handsome? Do you like me? Don't you like me? Or I want you. I gotta have you. What do you mean you don't want me? Would you ever tell a boyfriend that they're not as good as the person you were with before? Well, boy, if you're doing that, you're trying to throw them away. So it's not a rational thing, although our mind is trying to grapple with it. Venus is a very blatant thing of attraction and repulsion, of magnetism, of charisma and magnetism. Why work for something if you can charm for it? It deals with flirtation, charming, seducing, trying to do whatever you do to get appreciated. Some people will climb mountains and be very physical to be appreciated. That's putting their Mars in. Some people will think very artistically to be loved for what they're saying, and they can have very artistic expression of these things. But this attraction of like, dislike, comfort, beauty, ugliness, it comes from just the grossness of, you have a baby, you got to change the diaper, you got to get rid of the poo, you got to deal with the smells, you got to deal with all this stuff to make the baby smile and make it okay. And you guys try to feel good around it. This is not the easiest thing in the world. But we all get these qualities evolving. It starts to show around 10 months. And that's the first cycle. 20 months, second cycle. So you start to see that almost a little less than a year. So these are cycles of We get something we like, we go on a fad or a habit, and we indulge it for 10 months. And then after 10 months, we may not want the same thing anymore. So you might be a boyfriend, you really like them and you're getting satisfied, this is wonderful, and you're going along after 10 months. I don't know if I want the same thing, and something else might be better. So our tastes change. They evolve, they mutate. They can get really gross or really elevated. There's many things we learn from Venus. It's the planet of love and hate. We learn to share, we learn to give. If I really got something, can you give something you really want to someone else who doesn't have it? Or do you have to hold on to yourself? So it has that selfishness. It's got to be mine. I mean mine. We're seeing the sickness of that in the world today. I got my property. Anybody that's coming as an immigrant, their problem. They shouldn't be here. They're aliens. They shouldn't get it. I got to protect what's mine. That's a really selfish Venus phase. So on a personal level, it's really a puzzle. How much you like yourself? What do you want? Can you get it? Do you always? It's almost safe to want something you could never get because you're always going for the dream, but it never is there. That's a defense mechanism. That's a Venus problem. Usually you can't solve Venus problems directly. You have to get busy in other areas so that old or negative emotions don't take hold forever. But boy, addiction is a Venus thing. I got to have this. If I can't have this, I got to have this. I got to have another drink. I got to have another drink, another piece of chocolate, another piece of chocolate, another Coke, another Coke. I got to do this. If I have that, I'm okay. I got some sweetness. But it's not making us healthier. It's not good for your mind. It's sooner or later, you have a bad boyfriend and you're trying to hold on to it, or a girlfriend. All of these things. Venus is this lust or envy if you don't have things. It's love, beauty, all the beautiful things, but on the negative side, it's a real storm too. Now Venus, it's interesting because Venus, the planet, you can't see the surface. You can only get it by X-rays because the surface, the atmosphere on Venus is like sulfuric acid. So if you went to Venus, your skin would be burnt right off your bones in a second. So it's interesting that Venus is the planet of facelifts, of how beautiful you are. So if you're thinking about yourself now, you want to see Venus now, say, okay, let's just get an example here. When you were born and God was giving out the looks, how much looks do you think you came into the world with? How beautiful do you think you were when you came in? On a scale of 1 to 10, give yourself a number. Did you get, most Leos will say, I got 10, I'm the most beautiful, or Taurus will say, I'm most 10. But if you're not, are you 5? Are you 3? You think you're ugly? Do you think it matters? Wow. But as we get older, this stupid thing of whether someone looks more beautiful than the other person, if you step up and you get someone that's really beautiful, that's better looking than you are, you're going to be giving to that person the relationship because you got your dream and they're going to try, you want them to be with you, you're going to give him more. And the person who's looking better and accepting someone less knows they're going to be treated better because that person won't attract someone good looking again. At the same time, because I'm this good looking, I deserve this, you should give me this, you should be good. So being spoiled, wanting too much, or trying to fight that. So the AA, the fighting addictions, the fighting obsessions, it's not just, it's sex, it's how do you get rid of chocolate, how do you get rid of coffee, how do you get rid of bad things that you like but you don't. The world is based on marketing things that are not necessarily good for you but taste nice or seem nice or comfortable. And usually there's a simple natural standard of what's secure, what my mind can think clearly of, and there's ways of liking and feeling beautiful that don't have to be obsessive. But Venus is stormy. It's on or it's off. And hell has no fury like Venus scorned. But Venus can be in a man or a woman's life. So we all have a sense of being liked or not liked. You don't like me anymore? Do you want me? Do you like me? I really want you. We're soulmates. We're destined to be together. Where are you? Or you can give everything to someone you want, and then you're just expecting, well, least they should do is be able to give me this back. At least they should stay for me. We could have hidden agendas. But all of this is around what we want. Now, when we want something, the Venus seduces our mind, so we can't think about, if you want the neighbor's partner, the wife of or the husband of the next door neighbor, and you want them, you're going to be thinking about it, even though you shouldn't. It's not a good thing. You're thinking about it. When the opportunity comes, you're going to take it. You're going to give up your discrimination. You're going to give up your basic patterns just for something you want. Some people will. These are challenges our soul gets in a lifetime, but when it settles or doesn't settle, we get the results of those experiences. And when we lose our sense of self-worth, or we diminish our self-worth so much that we think we're never going to be worthwhile, never going to be good, never going to get what I want, we start indulging in really bad habits usually. Or we take it and we go to learn to detach and get in a much more meditative inner way. But these are challenges of Venus. Very big stars, very haunted things. Whew. But alcoholism, drug addiction, probably the dissatisfaction has a great deal to do with, it's questionable whether someone would even commit suicide or take themselves out if they had a good sense of self-worth.